but I hear nothing. I glance over at the door to Amalia's room, and I'm struck by a wild terror at the thought of what lies behind it. The burning flares up in my gut, as though live flames were shooting around the myriad dark corridors inside me. I clutch my stomach and force my eyes away from Amalia's room. I try to think of something to count, anything, and can only think of the steps. 17 steps. I can do it. I can go downstairs and get some water, and then I can go back upstairs, past Oliver's room, past Amalia's room, just like that. I can do it. I've done it before. It's just a bad night, that's all. And when I get back upstairs, I can take a pill from the bedside table, and even if it won't give me real sleep, it will give me dense, dreamless rest. In the kitchen, I stand by the sink in the dark. I hear it now, that humming sound. My hands are still holding my abdomen, as though only they stop my insides from spilling out. The burning sensation is fading, and now it feels more like corrosion, as if I chewed through a battery. Severe anxiety, says the doctor. "Hey, baby bear," I whisper. "I bet you can see me right now, even if I can't see you. If you can hear me, can you give me a sign? Any sign, the smallest of signs. A plate flung to the floor, a light suddenly coming on, an animal screeching outside. I'd see you in those shards, in that bright pool of light. I'd hear you in that sound. A sign, baby, my darling angel. Please, please speak to me." A light comes on somewhere. A square splash of it spills in through the window and spreads out on the floor behind me. I hold onto the sink with both of my hands. My heart is pounding so hard I can hardly breathe. I want to open my mouth to speak her name again, but no sound will come. I lean toward the window, and then I realize that the light is coming from the garage across the narrow pathway. Sindra is standing at the worktop, which runs alongside an entire wall of the garage. It's where he usually stands in winter, patiently prepping our family's cross-country skis with wax before the weekends. Oliver's slim racing skis first, then his own, then my beginner ones, and finally Amalie's short, broad ones with sparkly snow crystals and Queen Elsa's face stretching toward the tips. I'm standing in the space between the house and the garage, bracing myself against the wind, which is much fiercer than I'd thought, and I can just make out those little skis on a hook high up on the wall. Sindra stands with his back to me, but I can make out most of what is on the worktop in front of him. He moves strangely, at times fast and jerkily, at times slowly and smoothly, and it takes me a while to realize that he is polishing weapons. He detaches the telescope from a long, matte hunting rifle, holds it up to the light, then runs a red cloth over the lens. He's going away in a couple of weeks moose hunting. I'd forgotten. He goes every year at this time. Of course he needs to prepare for that. A volley of rain surges around the corner of the house and shoots down the pathway, pricking my face and hands painfully, and I draw my cardigan around me tighter. But I'm so cold, and perhaps a little cry escapes me because Sindra suddenly turns around and walks over to the narrow window to peer out. Though I'm not sure why, I press myself against the wall next to the window so he can't see me. I could just knock lightly on the door and slip into the garage and hug my husband from behind. I could offer him a coffee. I can't imagine either of us will return to bed tonight. But I don't. I remain in the passageway, watching him carefully dismantle and reassemble the two rifles, running the cloth in and out of their nooks and crannies. When he is finished, he reaches up and lifts a cardboard box down from a shelf above him. It looks like a nondescript brown shoebox. He opens it and removes some newspaper, a kitchen towel, and then an object. At first, I can't tell what it is. It isn't big, and because Sindra's back is turned toward me, he is partially blocking my view. Then he puts whatever it is down and takes a couple of steps away to his right, presumably to get something else. I can see it clearly now. It's a steel gray handgun I've never seen before. He opens another box, this one much smaller than the one that held the gun.